Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Canada Daily Updates. Today's video is all about scams in Canada. International students in Canada are often seen as easy targets for fraudsters looking to. So in this video you will know 4 types of scams that international students face and how to avoid falling into those traps. If you're interested in learning more about this topic, please stay tuned because you're in the right place. So, if you're ready to dive in, let's get started. International students in Canada are often seen as easy targets for fraudsters looking to, literally, easiest way to make money from innocent people. This is because scammers know that they will do anything to achieve their goals of studying in Canada. As Fraud Prevention Month winds down for 2023, it's a good time for international students to study some methods of protecting themselves against common scams and maintaining their legal status in Canada. Canadian international student fraud. Many international students across Canada are victimized by fraud through websites, email, phone calls, and social media. For instance, earlier this month, it was reported that a significant number of international students from India may now be deported after receiving fake post-secondary admissions letters. The students, some of whom have now acquired legal representation, have since filed for a judicial review with the federal court to contest the removal order. Some news outlets are reporting that as many as 700 students are implicated in this controversy. Instances such as these further emphasize the importance of protecting against fraud as an international student in Canada. Scams can have severe financial, social and emotional consequences. 4 common types of immigration fraud targeting international students. Immigration consultants, phishing, fake job offers, and housing. Ghost consultants. Ghost consultants are unlicensed immigration representatives who offer services to international students, among others, in exchange for a fee and then cease all communication with the victim once money has changed hands. Most of these transactions is done over the call or via emails. Phishing. International students are often the target of phishing scams, particularly early in their immigration journey before they become familiar with Canadian laws. In these scams, fraudsters will communicate with potential victims, often by email or text, to acquire sensitive personal information which can be used to defraud victims of money and other valuables. According to a February 2023 report by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre received fraud and cybercrime reports totaling a staggering $530 million in victim losses last year. According to the RCMP, phishing scams ranked in the top 3 most reported types of fraud in Canada throughout 2022. Fake job offers. International students are commonly victimized by fake job offers because, similar to how they will do anything to further their education in Canada, international students will typically act with the same ambition when attempting to find work. This is especially true of international students who desire to eventually become permanent residents in Canada, as Canadian work experience is either a requirement or an invaluable benefit for many Canadian immigration streams. Housing. Another big component of long-term success for international students involves finding affordable and comfortable accommodations. Therefore, scammers are prone to preying on desperate international students by promising them housing, only to disappear with thousands of dollars in defrauded money. A recent example of this comes from the University of Waterloo. In August 2022, it was reported that a PhD student at the university was stripped of her savings and is fighting poor mental health after falling victim to a rental scam. Responding to an ad through social media, the student paid $2,000 to a woman claiming to be a tenant and was left with nothing but a fake key to an apartment unit she was told would work on move-in day. How to spot and avoid immigration fraud. 1. Verify the legitimacy of employers and immigration representatives. There are several ways to verify that an employer is legitimate. If an employer's website is missing contact information, this can be a red flag that they are illegitimate. Likewise, international students can simply verify that an immigration representative, such as a lawyer, is authorized to practice in their province/territory by checking if they are a member of a Canadian provincial or territorial law society. 2. Be wary of unsolicited emails, phone calls, social media posts/messages. Email/phone scammers often pretend to be representatives of institutions like a bank or even Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. Those who receive incoming calls from people claiming to represent such institutions should hang up and call back to ensure that they are speaking with legitimate representatives of a given organization. It is similarly essential to exercise caution when dealing with social media messages or posts, particularly those from unknown or unverified sources. Scammers often impersonate immigration service providers or government agencies on social media platforms to defraud unsuspecting individuals. Always check the legitimacy of the account and the information provided before sharing any personal information or making any payments. 3. Too good to be true. If something seems too good to be true, it is usually safe to assume that the offer is illegitimate. Maintaining a valid study permit and legal status in Canada. Part of the effort to stay vigilant against fraud involves being sure that one can maintain a valid study permit and uphold their legal status in Canada. To do this, international students should take care to avoid illegal employment and ensure compliance with the conditions of their study permit. Also, international students must be enrolled full-time at a Canadian Designated Learning Institution (DLI) to work in Canada. Likewise, to hold a study permit, Canadian international students must prove that they are actively pursuing their studies. To maintain legal status in Canada, international students must also report changes in personal circumstances to the relevant government authorities. If, for example, a student's study situation or work arrangement changes, they are required to immediately inform the proper governing body. And that's a wrap on today's video. I hope you found it informative and enjoyable. If you have any questions or comments about this topic, feel free to leave comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.